The Bloodborne Let's Play was going to be a pretty cool experience for the viewer, one that I've only seen done in a couple of other Let's Plays, not just on Something Awful, but on YouTube in general. Whether it would have been an interesting gimmick or not is up to the individual, but I believe it would have pushed the medium in a fun way that would make it stand out among its peers. It was the key to making the Let's Play be truly unique. But now, because of YouTube phasing out old functionality without replacing it, as they often do, I can't do it, and I likely will never be able to. The gimmick was going to be that the viewer could click on occasional cut-ins that would pop up in the corner of the video, which, when clicked, would go to a bonus feature placed at the end. Then, at the end of the bonus feature, they could click another annotation and return to where they were. It was seamless. No unnecessary links to other web pages, no segmented videos with bonus features cut into the middle, and a clean and organized table of contents with relevant content attached to the video itself. And most importantly, ignorable. If the viewer didn't want to interact with it but still desired to see the bonus stuff, they could just keep watching the video in order. I got the idea for this from Camok's Let's Play of Silent Hill Homecoming, in which the viewer can click on optional dialogue paths and other bonus cut-ins in a similar way. I've always loved the idea of pushing the medium of Let's Plays forward, adding interactivity where there would be none otherwise. It makes them into a really fascinating experiment in mixing technology with entertainment. Well, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't care about pushing the medium forward because in early July they removed the ability to add or edit annotations without replacing most of the things they can do. Their excuse was that annotations don't work on mobile devices, and it's a fair point. YouTube's mobile app doesn't have an interface until you tap the video itself, which you can't do if it's covered in annotations. The solution to that would be to design a better interface that doesn't suck, but they presumably don't want to create a whole other branch of the YouTube player just for smartphones, which have very small screens. Their replacement came a couple of months ago in the form of cards. Cards are kind of like annotations in most ways, with the following pretty important exceptions. They have their own menu that you have to click on, which, by the way, does not solve the problem they had with smartphone screens. They can't be placed anywhere on the screen, resized, or changed in appearance. You cannot link to a specific video, only the video itself. You can only put a maximum of 5 on your video no matter what kind they are, and most crucially, they can't link to the same video you're already watching. So you may be asking yourself, why did they do this? What's the reason to get rid of annotations and add cards when they could simply shift the functionality of annotations to be more friendly to the mobile experience? Well, the answer is advertising. Of course it's advertising. Look at the way these options are phrased. It's so blatant. They want you to use cards to promote your own or your affiliates' YouTube channels. Annotations were for annotating. Cards are for advertising. They have two very different purposes, and yet annotations were removed, despite being more useful in the general sense. They could have been used for both purposes. And so now I've been forced to change the gimmick. Bloodborne will still feature the cut-ins, but now they'll have timestamps denoting when you should browse in order to view the bonus feature and back. This, again, does not solve YouTube's problem of mobile users being shafted, because the interface doesn't come up until you tap it at least once. But that's not a problem anyone can solve but themselves, and they'd rather sidestep it. My point in saying all this is that I shouldn't have to have compromised when I and every person using YouTube had something that worked perfectly well. Their philosophy is that anything old is obsolete and should be replaced with the new and shiny to get people to use it. It's in their UI design philosophy. It's in their creator interface. It's in their changing ways to view analytics and advertise to viewers. They want you to spend more time viewing videos, more time clicking links and generating revenue for their user base and, in the process, themselves. And it's at the cost of the thing that actually keeps this website running: creativity and potential. Thank you for watching my little rant video. I'll see you at the end of July when Bloodborne goes live.